Hello? Is this thing on? Oh yes. Hey everyone, it's M4J here, and welcome back to the Jeffries Network on OpenTTD. Apologies for the little joke at the start there. It's been ages since I last made a video. Ages and ages and ages. I took the week off, like I was supposed to, and then that weekend I was supposed to work on creating new videos for the week just gone. But things changed, and I will explain to you in just a short moment what those things are. First of all, I want to go through some good news that we've had. Those of us who... No, I don't want to restart my PC right now, thank you. Those of us who are enjoying watching the OpenTTD community, let's say, the good news is Zest Husky's back. It was a bit of a bolt out the blue, to be honest. I was just looking through my subs list and saw that he'd posted a video, and it was introducing a new series. So I've been watching that during my time off, which has given me loads of cool ideas for what to do now that we are back as well. Apart from that, I've not really been up to much, to be honest. Just enjoying myself, putting my feet up and relaxing. Now I'm going to start building whilst I'm talking, and then I'll explain to you what it is I'm doing, because today we're going to slow things down a little bit. And Zest Husky's part of the reason for that, to be honest, because he said something in one of his more recent videos. I think it was one that he posted on Wednesday just gone, that really spoke to me a little bit, because I've enjoyed making this map. I think this map is really, really cool. And don't worry, I'm not ending the map. The map is going to be staying with us for a while. But we've been doing these big building projects where we're building huge main lines and really expanding out into the far reaches of the map. But what Zest Husky said that really spoke to me was sometimes when you build big maps like that and big routes like that, you lose touch with the individual details of stations. And that is something I feel has happened a little bit in this map. Purely my own fault, really, for rushing along and trying to get everything built and finished. So I take full responsibility for that. But I'll give you an example. This. An unfinished station. There are so many unfinished stations on the route. On all the routes, let's be honest. Especially on the Western Reaches line, the Great Western line, the South Western line, I think we should call it, and the Northern Trunk route. The Northwest Trunk route does have it as well, but there aren't that many stations on that route, actually. I was quite surprised by how few stations there were on that route, but that's another story. So yeah, we're going to be going into the finer details a little bit more over the next few episodes. Anyone who's checked out the episode plan will already know what's happening today, and they'll also know what's happening for the rest of this week. This week is Mass Transit Week, in that we're not actually building any railways or anything like that. We are focusing purely on road and tram. This is something that's been asked of me quite a lot recently, so I felt like I should deliver and actually do it. Whilst I'm here, I just want to explore this a little bit more. So this is Wenfingfield. We all know over at Wenfingfield we've got the nice station here, Wenfingfield Western. I'm a big fan of this station. We're going to improve it somewhat today by actually adding some mass transit links to it. Or at least that's the plan. Let's do that, shall we? Actually no, we should do that. Yeah, we'll do that. And over here we'll do that, and we'll get rid of this. So this is going to be where our bus stop and tram stop and everything like that is going to go. So it's going to be a straightforward across like this, and then up like this. This sort of dual carriageway thing here, I do actually plan on keeping, because I think it looks quite good. We are going to shift it around a little bit, mind, but I do think it looks quite good still. So yeah, what have I been doing? Why have I been off camera for so long? Well, the simple reason is university. But that implies that I've actually been studying hard, which I haven't, let's be honest. Anyone who saw my tweets, you'll know where I was. Anyone who didn't see my tweets, because not everybody follows me on Twitter, and I totally understand that, I was at something called the Game Fair. If you don't know what the Game Fair is, neither did I until we actually went along and set up the stall. So every year, anybody involved in mostly agriculture, but also hunting, what else? I'm trying to think what was there now. Hunting, horse riding, gun dogs, all that kind of thing. They all meet up at a festival somewhere in the country, and they have the game fair. I've just realised actually that is not going to work. Now the game fair itself is quite basic, really. It is mostly about hunting, but this year it just seemed like they had some big incentive to sort of branch out a little bit more. So this year there was things like, in our case, the University of Hertfordshire had a stall, and none of us can quite get our heads around what the stall was meant to be for. We assume it was to get people onto agriculture courses, because that's what the prospecti was saying. But the bit that really doesn't work for me, because as you guys know, I don't study agriculture, I study interactive media design. So what we did is we set up a VR station, and we were letting people have a go on the VR all weekend, which is why I had to be there, because I'm one of very few students who's actually trained on the VR. There are others. I'm sure there are people outside of the creative arts school as well, but for this particular project they wanted people who were trained in using the equipment. And as you know, I did a big project in the second half of last year where we did use the equipment, and it was very, very fun. So I'm going to get rid of this bit as well. So that's where I was all week. And the reason I couldn't record any videos is because the game fair started on the Thursday and it didn't finish until the Sunday. So my weekend plan of recording videos was gone. Dead in the water. But that's fine. It was long hours as well. It was 9 in the morning till something like 6:30 at night. So it wasn't really doable for me to record videos. But you guys seem to have understood that. So I'm happy about that. And I thank you, of course, for your patience. What that does mean is I've had a lot of time off camera to look at stuff and come up with some really cool ideas, some of which I've implemented off camera. I will probably talk you through those towards the end of this episode, because I don't want this episode to be too long. I sort of want to get these episodes for this week done and edited quite quickly, so that I can actually upload them when they're supposed to go up, because I want to get back into it, as I'm sure you guys want me to get back into it as well. But yeah, that's where I was. I did put out a tweet, it was very last minute, saying where I was, and saying if anyone wanted to come along and say hi, you know where to find me. No one came along and said hi, but I kind of figured that not many people who watch my videos would be interested in that sort of thing. I'm not particularly interested in that sort of thing. I had a little bit of a look around while I was there. Didn't really find anything that sort of reached out and grabbed my interest, but it was still an interesting experience. The actual VR bit itself was the most interesting experience, of course, because it's, you know, it's VR. It's incredibly entertaining. I always like the sense of wonderment that people get. Doesn't matter how old they are. They can be kids, they can be adults, but you put them in a VR situation and they just go, whoa, when they start looking around. That's one of the reasons I enjoy doing that kind of thing. Right, so I'm in the middle here of building this one-way road. It's going to run right through the centre of Wenfingfield. And this is going to be part of the route as to where some of our vehicles enter and leave the city from. Because we are going to link up some satellite towns as well to this network. And this is a request from... let's make sure I own all the roads, shall we? This is a request from James Moton, who asked when I was going to go back to road vehicles. He asked a lot of things, to be honest, but that was one of them. I don't get that, some people, where they ask about one thing and I answer it. And that's my bugbear at the moment, is people keep asking me questions and I keep answering them, and that's fine, I don't have a problem with that. It's the fact that if I answer a question that then requires a response from that person and they just don't even acknowledge the fact that I've answered their question. Why? Why do people do that? Why can't people just say thank you for your time, or, you know, thank you for answering the question? Why do people have to be so sort of ignorant. Is that really the right word? I suppose it is in some ways. But basically not acknowledging the fact that I have answered their question or responded to their request. But anyway, that's a little bugbear. That's something I haven't missed too much, to be honest, about this whole thing. Is what should we call it? Comment discipline, I think is what we should call it. Yeah, that sounds probably right. Anyway, that's by the by. I'm trying to find a way of actually putting this road in where it's not going to get in the way. I mean, we can have bus stops here. Like that. And then we can connect them like this. And I suppose we can connect them there as well. I suppose we could do this, because you don't necessarily need 2 wide bus stops. We can do 1 wide, like that. And then down here have the truck ones, which might need to be 2 wide, thinking about it, but we'll try it 1 wide for now and just see how it goes. There we go. But yeah, there are people that they comment on videos and I respond to those comments and then it's like I never said anything. I'm not really sure what that's all about, but hey ho. Especially ones where people annoy me with the way that they with their conduct, let's say, and I respond to that and then they just don't say anything. It's like, what were they trying to achieve exactly? I don't know. Anywho, let's stop complaining about things, shall we? Let's focus on what's important right now. What's the setting that I'm looking for? Is it the land area information? No. No, it's not that either. Does it come under this? No. Where is it? Zoning. There it is. I think that's what I wanted. So this shows you 2 things. In blue are areas that are currently served by stops or stations, and then in red are ones that are currently unserved by stops and stations. And we're going to keep that pinned up in the top corner. Oh, that's cool. I might need that in the future. Unserved buildings. There we go. So this is going to help me plan out where these stops are going to go. Not just in this town, but in all the towns in and around Wenfingfield. And next up, after we do Wenfingfield, we're doing Fort Flunwood. And then after Fort Flunwood, we're doing Woolworth. And then we're doing all of the big towns that have got the big like junction stations in. Because I think that was going to help with serving the network. Don't know why these 2 buildings here decided to be raised up, but there we go. Let's put all this back in. Now I kind of want this to a little bit like Amsterdam in the way their tram network works. So you've got the works. You have the main sort of area. In the case of Amsterdam, it's Central Station. And then you have lines that branch off and go off in different directions. That's kind of what we're going to do here. So in this case, we're going to have a line that comes down. In fact, it's going to go over this way. And it's going to serve sort of this suburb here. Where's the next nearest town? Oh, the game goes slow when you've got the boxes turned on. Yeah, I think we're going to have the tramway come up here to Eastburg. So we're going to rebuild Eastburg a little bit. something like this. I don't want to do too much demolition, but there are some buildings that I think need to be moved. Like this, and we're going to connect that there. This one's going to come all the way down like this. Whoops. There we go. Let's flatten all this to the right height. Yeah, I'm going to demolish all of this, and I'm going to completely flatten this part of the hill. There we go. And then something like this as well, just to sweeten the deal. Right. Oh, there's a whole section here that hasn't been connected. So the tram's going to come in somewhere around here. I kind of want it to use this road actually, so I'm going to demolish this. This is quite a nice little sort of step kind of formation. There's going to be a little bit of countryside running. Is this a perfectly straight line? Oh, how annoying is that? Well, there we go. Now it's a perfectly straight line. And then it's going to come up into Eastburg, and we'll go straight through Eastburg. Are there any other towns just north of here? Should we go up as far as Nardhead? I think what we could do actually is found town. Something like this. Except I've made a complete hash of that. Come on, there we go. Wendington. And we might as well have a road running underneath the tracks as well, because we might want buses to make the journey too. That's the other thing we're doing. We're not just doing trams today, we're doing buses as well. We're doing everything that's road focused. We might even do mail vans and food vans, because actually food is something that I've focused on a lot in my off-camera building. So that's something that I'm looking forward to showing you. I've come up with some new food routes. We now have a circular route that serves all of the overground stations on the Guard City network. We also have a food train that goes via the Western Reaches line, so it does go through Wenfingfield. And I've kind of done that as a two-pronged thing. So it goes from Monningpool Falls Freight Terminal via Guard City North Freight Terminal to GSMI, Guard City St Michael, and then from there it runs back into the freight terminal, North Freight Terminal, and then picks up food there and brings it all the way back to Monningpool Falls, because I realised there might be food from other places that could be delivered to the airports, etc. en route. So I've set it up so that that is the case. Oops. Found town. That's what I wanted. Lenton. Bit of a hill town, but we'll work with it. Do something a bit like that. This. Pop the river back in. There we are. And I'll demolish that. There we go. And we'll have the tram terminate, not here, but in whatever the name of the other town was. I can't remember now. I'm good like that. This is going to be quite a long route, but not that many stops when you think about it. There we go. and then it's going to come over here, via a girder bridge. There we are. And then here I think I'm going to make it do this. And it goes into Nardhead, round the back, and out again. In fact, I'm going to make it come in and go that way round. So it should go straight across into here and then out and round that way. There we are. Right. Now we can see which areas are served and which areas aren't. We know where to put these stops. So one here and one here. I don't mind a little bit of overlap, not too much. One here, and one here. So there should be a little bit of overlap there as well. Because I imagine all this area is going to end up getting built up, so we might as well just literally put them so that they're just about overlapping one another. Here you might have to have a tile gap, but that's not a problem. And here we're going to have a tile gap. This is actually going better than I expected, which could mean trouble. I think here we'll do it like that. And then here it'll be like this. And then like this. And then like this. Right, and then one there, and then one here. Okay, route 1, done. Route 2, how long have we been going for? 22 minutes. We're not going to have that many tram routes. That is one thing to remember with this. Also the fact we're going to have the track loop round like that. Actually, are we? No. I think we're just going to have the tram track loop through like that. Who knows? As long as it doesn't go through any other stops, that's fine. Right. So this one, it'd be cool if we could get it to link up with the airport over here. That'd be really good. So I think if I put a new town here and one, oh, we had loads of money just now. We are making money again. That's the other good thing. All the trains that were in the depot, I'm pretty sure all of them are at least now back out on the network. I will have to check that at some point. Last I checked, we were all up and running, firing on all cylinders again. Right, our track's going to come down this way. Like this, into Brunwell City, where this road here is going to move back one. Like that. And all of this, and that, and all of this section. Like that, and then a road across here to there, you connect up there, you connect up there. Alright, along like that, and then down. I'm going to connect this road up to here. And then somewhere over here we're going to have the connection to the airport. This is another good connection between the Western Reaches line and the Great Western line, which is something that we don't have many of, not in this section anyway. I think there's only two real connection points. You can take the metro from St. Peter to St. Michael, or you can go all the way down to, I think is it Plindon Junction? There's Woolworth. Yeah, Woolworth's going to be a fun one to do, because this is all Woolworth, but then you've also got Charnford. That's going to be a fun one. Plus across the bay, you've got Gintown. You've got some big towns there that we can link up. Where is it? Yeah, here, Plindon, which isn't that big. To be honest, yeah, it doesn't even accept passengers. You could do with being funded, rather. We'll see how that works. Oh god, now I've got to zoom out and travel all the way back. The idea is to get the whole of Wenfingfield covered. My god, this is like 1 FPS right now. It's because it's rendering, every single tile in the game is rendering. Okay. So we're going to try and get the whole of Wenfingfield covered with buses and trams and taxis as well, because we haven't done taxis in a while. So see, there's a stop there. There's a stop here and here. And here, I guess. Over this way. One here. One here. This one here. Like that. Put a little gap in there. Go through Brinwell. I think we're only going to have one stop in the centre of Brinwell. I think we could fit two in here though. One there. Actually, might be able to fit three. One there. And then one on this bit. Sort of there. Yeah. That kind of works. What building is that? It's a stockyard. Okay, we might have to get some stuff delivered there. That'd be quite cool to have. Right, we want one here. One here. And one here. And then we're going to come along the front here past the airport. I think what we're actually going to do is come over this way and so here's going to be Great Winfield Airport, so that should now be connected up to passengers as well. Yes, it is. Good. That probably wasn't the best place to put that stop. I'm going to move it back to here. The reason being is so that I can have another stop here. What button did I just press? Ah. Z moves you down slightly. That's cool. Never knew that. Alright, now all this is served by the airport. Knew that. I think it might come down here. I think Pladborough's a bit too built up now. Might have its own little bus network. Something to remember though is it's not just tramways we're building like coach routes as well. So there are going to be road vehicles that travel all this way. Like a two-stop route kind of thing. Just to pick up more passengers. They're going to have a hell of a capacity though. And there's going to have to be quite a few of them. Let's put a suspension. No, it's too... Maybe a tide arch. I always think with the tide arches you've got to get them the right length, otherwise they just look like... They almost look like they were built and then compressed, which is a bit ugly. I think this one is a good example of that. Like the height of the arch that isn't quite proportional enough to the length of it. I mean, that's asking way too much for the sprite creators, because I know how difficult it is to make sprites. But I wish they had kind of made a like a lower arch for a narrower bridge. That would have been quite nice. But as I say, I'm not complaining. I know how hard these things are. Even though I've never properly tried it myself, I do know how hard they are. Anyway, tram stop there. Tram stop there. One here. All of this area I hope gets built up at some point, otherwise these stops are going to look really stupid. One just before the bridge, one just after the bridge, and one here. So those are the two tram routes. We could in theory get the trams started now if we want, which I might just do. We do of course need to create the way in and way out for the depot. Now I think the depot we should have perhaps down this way. But then if we do this, we might end up building a third tram route as well. We kind of want the depot somewhere where it's out of the way. Like a big road vehicle depot on the edge of town. Here would be a good spot, because it's right down the main road here from the actual station. So we could end up just doing that. Like just build this all the way down, like this, and then have a big area down here. Or not big area, but an area down here. Like if I put this back in across like so. Something like this. So that will be a one-way street, and then the trams will be on the other side. Like that. And then like this. I guess this is south. Like that. Depot here. Depot here. And this is Wenfingfield South Road Depot. Like that. And then whilst we're here doing all this, let's put the rest of the bus stops in, shall we? And then we can start planning routes. So one here. In fact, these only have to be one wide. So let's plan them out. There. There. Here. One here. One here. One there. One there, one there. We'll sneak in a cheeky one like that there. Like a cul-de-sac kind of thing. One there. You get the idea. I'm just going to cover the whole town in these stops. Another cul-de-sac one there. Definitely one there. Possibly one there. One there and one there. We also want one here and here. One there and there. Another one like this here. Like that and like that. One there, one there, one here. Oh man, this town's huge. I hadn't really thought this through. Let's see, where are the stops? Okay, so one there should be fine, and one here should be fine. Actually, let's move that one back one. There. That covers everything. All of those, and that one there, that one there, one there, one there, and then here, here, and here, and then finally we'll just put a little one here and a little one there. The rest of this bit I'm sure will get covered in the future. So that's pretty much the whole city, apart from a little area down here where the furniture factory is, although we will put some lorry stops in down here, because I imagine we'll be bringing timber in at some point. So that's the whole place covered. Now we've got to set up some routes. So let's turn this off for a second. And we'll turn on station names. So I imagine some of them, yep, they'll just be called Wenfingfield station number. Although we don't have 5,000, so I don't know where that's come from. We'll do the tram route first. Alright, cargo capacity, passengers. Super tram, they hold 243 passengers. Or there's the Metrolink, 208. Might go with the Metrolink. I'm being very patriotic here. These are the ones that run in Manchester after all. Or at least they should be. Right, so you're going to go here. You're then going to go up to Wenfingfield Western. Twice. This is going to be no loading. And then you're going to go here twice. I'm going to rename that one as well. This is where I need those bus stop names as well, because we're going to use them for Guard City, obviously, but we are also going to use some outside of Guard City as well. So might end up with, like, I don't know, 2 Victorias, let's say. That kind of thing. Weddington, Weddington Central. Weddington Heights, Eastburg Woods, yeah, we definitely need some names for these places. And there. Right. You're going to stop at all of these for 350 ticks. I think that's how long it will take you for you to load. And your speed limit is 30 miles per hour. We're going to leave you like that for a second. Meanwhile, we're going to get another Metrolink vehicle. Road vehicle number 174. And you are going to do a very similar thing. Do think we need to connect that up as well. Be smart. Right, now this route's going to be busier, so I think we're going to run more trams on this particular route. Even if I do the divide by 1,000 policy, I still think we're going to need more vehicles on this particular route, because it's going to be very, very busy. Especially running between the Great Western and the Western Reaches line. So we're going to have a coach set up to run that particular route as well, which we'll come to in just a second. Okay, coming through Great Winfield. There's the airport, which again needs decorating because it looks very barren. I kind of like the way that I have decorated Wenfingfield Western. I think I will do the same thing over here with this particular station. I'm really happy with how I did St. Peter a couple of episodes ago. I think that looks really awesome now with the bus shelter, or the bus stop shelters on top. It's just a shame that you can't actually use them. So that would have been really, really cool. I need to go back and redo all the road vehicles in Guard City at some point, or at least update them, because they're very old vehicles still. I imagine there are better ones out there now with better capacities. Also, I just realised I could probably have this connect up with this as a terminating thing. Like that. And do this. Again 350, and again 30 autofill, and I've got to change this one, of course, which means I've got to do the same with this one. Okay. Wenfingfield trams. W1. So that's the first one, although technically it's the second tram. Is part of W1. I might renumber that in a second, actually. W2. Grab you, drag you in. Did I show you what I did with these food trucks? I got loads of food trucks just to start at one place, in this case the dairy, where food's delivered, and then where milk's delivered, and then bring it over to here, just so that there's always food waiting for a train when it arrives. Although these ones, if I just do this quickly, F1, no, food 1, food 2, food 3, and then the other ones I will actually name properly, but these ones just for now. So if I drag you into food 1, add shared vehicles, replace vehicles, that should be perfect. Food 2, add shared vehicles, and then food 3, add shared vehicles. There we go. That makes life a little bit easier. And then yeah, if I change this to be just W for a second, change this one to W1, and then this one to W2. Here we are. Right, you, tram, need 17 vehicles. 2, 3, 4. Whoops. Let's not do that. You, tram, need 21 vehicles. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Done. Bus turn. I'm going to pin you up here. Right. We're not going to go mental with these ones. I think this will probably be the biggest we go. 120 passengers. Maybe the bendy one actually. 140. That's quite a lot of passengers. That's ideal for the sort of urban inner city route. I think I'm going to start with 4 and see how we get on. So we'll pin that for now. We'll put a pin in it for now. Right, unserved buildings. I think. Station catchment. And then unserved buildings. Because I think they turn a different colour once they're actually served. I think, because these are like blue. But then these aren't blue. What if I unpause it for a second? Or is it like active? It might be active vehicles. I don't know. I actually don't know. But I've split the city into quadrants. So let's zoom out for a second. So if I kind of dissect the city down this way, and then maybe along here, and then along here, or maybe a little bit further down, along here. Now one thing I have to do is make sure that I don't ask the bendy buses to go into these stops here, because they won't be allowed. So if I just put a little C for cul-de-sac, that will remind me. I'm just making up names as I go along as placeholders. Which other ones? So there was these two here. There was one down by the water. And I'm sure there was another one somewhere. Was there one up on this side? There was not. Ah, there's one. Here we go. I think that was all of... Oh, there's one here as well. I wish it wouldn't do that. We're still in Wenfingfield here. Brynwell City's over there. This is all buildings that are still part of Wenfingfield. So why does it not keep the name as Wenfingfield? That's really annoying. Okay, so we just got to avoid the cul-de-sac ones for now. And then we'll get a smaller buses that can actually serve them. So you go up here. You then go up to here. And then you're going to do the upper part of town. So let's I'm going to kind of do them in circuits rather than out and back. So I will need to move this one slightly. Just probably messed up all of this, so I'll have to put another stop in there to make up for that. There we go. So you go steel mill, here, here, and then here. Oh wait, that's not working either, is it? Start again. It's gonna be arduous. We've got to do this for every town, every big town on the map. Now we've got to do this for. So there, 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 and then there, and then up here along like this, down this way. Like that. Turn this into a bigger bridge. Like so. Should we connect to the trams? Suppose we could connect to the trams. Or we could just come through here and back. I think we should connect to the trams. So I think we'll go here, and then back. Also, I want to take the road out of there. So it's only trams that can stop in that bit. Right. And then you go back to here. This one here, no loading. I also, no loading, no unloading, no loading, no unloading, and then this one right up the top, no loading, no unloading. Alright, so that's the first one. It's the northeast corner. So it goes up as far as Wenfingfield East. So user number 2, in fact I should probably timetable this first. So I can find out how long it will take to do and how many vehicles we need. So we need at least 9 for route number 1. Right, number 2. You're going to go here, and then you're going to come all the way up to here. If I keep clicking on this, that should be a big help. So I think if this one does a little bit of an overlap this way, so if I connect there, and then connect with a tram there, and then come down, let's see, yeah, skip both of those out, so it's going to be down this way. Like that, and then this one, we've already been to that one, so it's going to be this one next, and then this one, and then this one, and I feel like we need another one here somewhere, maybe just there. So then here, here, and then all the way back down to here. What did I get rid of? No loading. Service. I'm sure I forgot to do that for all of them as well. Is that really all the stops? And that covers the whole... God, that doesn't feel like very many. And this bus covered all the rest. Yeah. You were. Right then. Maybe I might add a couple of these ones in then too. So what are you? 5379. So before you go to Furniture Factory, if you then go here, here, and here. Yeah, add a couple more in. Right, you, no loading, no unloading. And then the timetable, 350, 2500, 30. Autofill U. Right, I don't think I've set any of these to service at... Well, this one doesn't even have the depot added. So that would explain that one at least. And U350. Yeah, I did set its service. Good. Right, 30. 350. Okay. This one I also didn't set to service, but I did at least set the vehicle, the depot, so that's good. Okay. So now this one's also been done, so now it's this one's turn. First of all, here, and then all the way up to here. I'm going to select this one just a second so I can see which stops have already been done. So it's going to be this one, 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 that I think needs to be moved to there. So it goes to there, and then to here, and then to here, here, and then here. Right, service, no loading, and then here, no loading, no unloading. See, none of them feel like they have that many orders, apart from the trams, of course. But you'd expect that because they go long distances. But these just don't feel like they've got that many orders. It's a bit weird. Right, and then finally, last but not least, this one. Okay, and again we're going to have a little bit of an overlap here. Like so. Yeah, I think we're going to do it like that. There's going to be lots of overlap here with the tram on this particular route. We're also going to have some overlap here. do that for now. I might put the actual cross-bearing bits in later. Not really bothered doing them now. They're not that important, just the ones that we actually need. So this one, maybe one here. Where did this one go up to? There at the moment. Yeah, so at this point, you go to there. So we're going to have a stop there, a stop there, and one there. That should be all the ones we need. Right. So you're going to stop there, 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 and there. And then might have you stop there as well, actually. And then you're going to come back this way. Another little connection with the tram. Might have you stop here twice. And stop there twice. And then back. That's a slightly weirder route. Still a good route, but a slightly weirder one. So you are service, you are no loading, and then right up the very top here, no loading, no unloading. 350 all the way down, apart from the top one, which is 2500, and timetable 30. Autofill. I assume I set these to autofill. I did not. Autofill. This one I must have done. Yeah. Alright. Now I need to put some coaches in. And again, we're going to run 4. So if we got 217, you go there, 218, 216, and 215. Right, you are going to start here. You're then going to go to Wenfingfield Western. You're then going to stop we just put this road in like so. That one's already been put in. So at this point I'm actually going to start building some main roads. So here's going to be a very good place for the first one. Right. Grab you. You're going to come all the way along like this. You're going to come all the way along like this. And here we're going to have a big junction with another road. It's going to go across like so. Like that. And then if I do a little bit more flattening here, like that, and then a little bit more flattening here, like that, and then here a little bit more flattening, like that, and then here a little bit more flattening like that. Wait, have I messed up here? No, yes, I have. That needs to come across one more. There we go. And in fact, this one, if I make this one come across just one more, and the same with this. Right, and this is being done so that there is no way that the two roads can ever connect where they're not supposed to connect. Yeah, I don't think that would work. Like that, and then this one will come along and connect up like that, and then this one will come along and connect up. Needs to come along one further. So that needs to come up, that needs to go down. Nope. Like that. And the same dealie here. And then that comes down one more. This comes down one more. You connect up like that and like that, and then this one connects up like this and like this. There we are. Right. Oops. Done it again. There we are. That wasn't too difficult, was it? There is one thing I've missed out though. Which actually I can put in no problem. Or I can put it in for some of it, not all of it. Okay, hang on. I'm just thinking, what if you're coming down this way and you want to go right? We are going to have to do a little bit more landscaping. There we go. And then all of this, and then all of this will connect up. And we'll be able to do this and this. And then if I change the way this one faces, like that, and then here have another one there we go, one more across. Like that. So that goes, so actually this one should be this way, and this one should be this way. Like that. And then this one here should go like this, and then this one here should go like this. So again, these need to turn round. Oops. There we go. That was easier than I thought. That connects there like that. Get rid of this, do this. This goes like this, get rid of this, do this. This is very long-winded. They better use this now. I'll be annoyed if I set the buses off and they go the other way. This is mainly for the coach routes. So that goes there, and that goes there. There, now it's all connected up properly. No. There. Right, now if I put these tunnels in, how long are they? 16. And how long is this one going to be? 29. Can't build on water. There we are. Problem solved. Okay. This comes out and goes this way. This one comes out the tunnel and goes this way. And that should be all of those connected up quite nicely. Righty-ho. So we're going to have a network of these crisscrossing the country now as well. These main roads. Not going to be used for exactly for long haul travel. Like, we're not going to have a coach run from the south of the map right up to the north, because that would be a bit ridiculous. But it might be handy just to have. Just thinking if I do that quickly, it might be handy just to have some routes where the vehicles can run on. So I have the whole route, but only have the vehicles run on certain parts of the route. So it's there if we do need it, but it's not a necessity. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Okie dokie. So a bit like what we did in Guard City. We're going to have a road that goes through like that. And then you are going to come along like this. This one's going to come down, and we might as well connect it up to this one. Just because it saves some time. You're going to be an off-ramp. You're going to be an on-ramp. Connect you like this. And you are just going to connect up. So if I connect this one up like that, take this one back again, and do that. There we are. And then all of this a one-way road, all of this a one-way road, because you don't want anything to connect to it. And that is how this particular coach is going to come down to Great Winfield Airport. And I hope it's going to actually use this road. It should do, because it's essentially 3 straight lines. Like that, and then it's going to come back to the depot. You are no loading, you are service, you are no loading, no unloading. In terms of time stopped, I suppose 350 again, apart from up here where it's going to be 2500. 30. Autofill. Okay, so that's that first one done. Now if I keep following this road this way, we can have some more set up. So there's going to be a bridge across. Just pin this open. It's going to be a bridge across to here, and then another bridge across to here. And I'm just thinking at this point, maybe come round and over the top here. See, this is where tied arch works. That looks nice. We could do the same thing here. Just like that. And then that one like that. And then here, or should we go the other way? I think we should go the other way. I'm just thinking where we could link it up to. I would quite like to come over here to Plyn Hill and Sundhattan, because I think we've got quite a lot going on here. So I think we will have to go. Okay, I have a plan. We're going to come over this. Use some modern roads, or modern bridges, since this is a modern-esque road. And then over here we want to go through a tunnel. that runs pretty much under these tracks. So there, and here. Long tunnel. And then at this point it's going to go below ground level like that and like that. So you're going to connect up like this, you're going to connect up like this, and then we're going to have one that connects here and one that connects here. And they're not going to be one way on ramps, off ramps, they're just going to be as they are. However, wrong way. That goes that way, that goes that way, this goes this way, this goes this way, this goes this way. This goes this way, this one goes this way. This way, and then that one goes under there. Right. And then once we come out this side, we need to somehow bridge across like that. Let's do truss. This is going to continue in cutting. This is going to come across like this, and it's going to go over the top like that. We're then going to have a road that does that and connects up. This obviously is going to keep on across like that. This one's going to come down like this. This one's going to come up and just connect like that. And I can do them like this here. There we go. And there we go. Right, you are going to be on. This one here is off. This one here, oops, is off, and then this one, come on, is on. There we are. Right, and then over here at Plinhill, I think I'm just going to have a little. I'm going to have one there like that, and one here like that. Just connecting the different directions. Okay, you, number 2. Where are we? Here. So you're going to go here. I don't need these on anymore, do I? No. Probably get rid of that completely, actually. Right, you're then going to come up here twice. You're then going to come down here. Oh man, this feels so much faster now. I haven't got that zoning stuff on. And you're going to come over here to Plinhill. You are no loading. You are service. You are no loading, no unloading. Same as before. 350. 30. And this one 2500. Autofill. Okay, next on the to-do list. So we come this way a little bit. We've got this big junction here. We could go north, but I think we should come west a little and connect up to some of these towns like Garning Head Cross and other ones like that. Maybe even, I have an idea, all the way over here, no, all the way over here at Nardhead. Are there any big towns nearby? Not really. So I think we should have like a Nardhead, like that, and then get rid of the road that runs through that particular one. Rebuild that one. just so this goes to and from Nardhead. Okay, the other problem then is if trams stop. Yeah, it's probably not going to work actually. I've got to stop shutting that window as well because that's really annoying. Yeah, you're not going to work. That is unfortunate. Maybe I will have to stop being lazy and just build this road. It's kind of one of these ones, if I keep going in a straight line, eventually I'll hit another town. That's my new philosophy. So at this point, if I do this, tunnel under there as well. Might as well tunnel with the roads, because I don't particularly want to see them. Oh, there we go, Safingly. That's a good spot. So here, we're going to keep going across like this. We're then going to hop up and over the river via a girder. Just thinking what kind of junction we want here. Let's build this using the one-way roads, shall we? So if I do this, here's going to come all the way along like this, right up to the railway's edge, and then going the other way, connect it all up like that. Now here what we want something a bit like that. And if I get rid of this, this could be a roundabout that goes over the motorway, which is what we're calling these, by the way, because I am British. These are motorways. They're not freeways or any of that rubbish. Motorways, or A roads at least. I mean, this is a trunk route, so I suppose this is a motorway, but normally they wouldn't be. Oh, some would, I suppose. Anyway, it's really not important. Really not important. Not for this bit anyway. Right, you come down and connect here. You come up and connect here. You go down and connect here, and you come up and connect here like that. And then for the one ways, one way, one way, one way, one way, one way. Like this. God, this episode's actually turned out a little bit longer than I thought it would. And by a little bit, I mean about 40 minutes longer than I thought it would. Oh well. So we can connect up here with Wenfingfield, although I'm not entirely convinced that that is the best option. So the real option is to carry on over here. Yeah, let's go with a nice modern suspension, nice and smart. Except I've put this one in totally the wrong spot. It's better. Okay. So I think if we connect up over here with Safingly, I would be more than happy to do that. Because it's quite a distance. Tide arch? Yeah, looks nice. You're going to come up here, you're going to cross over this way. Okay, and then carry on building from this end to there, and then to there. Oops, you're going to come up to this one like this. You're going to come up to this one like this. Let's just use girders. Right, and here we're going to go with another roundabout, but we're going to go a little bit more old-fashioned. We'll go with the old tunnel method instead, which isn't old-fashioned. Why do I keep saying these things? I've no idea. But like this. Is this going to work? Yeah, it will actually. A happy coincidence. Like that. Nice. The reason I say happy coincidence is because this one will go across and connect up to this one, and then this one will go across and connect up to this one because of the way the bridges work. Meanwhile, this one's going to come across 1, this one's going to come across 2. Perfect. Look at that. How long would this tunnel be? 65. Yeah, that works for me. Right. You're going to go down, you're going to go across this way. We don't need one there. We do need one here though. And we need to do all of this. This is all one way, this is all one way, this is all one way. One way, one way. One way and one way. And we take out this one as well. Right, so it goes across that way, that goes across that way. There. Get rid of that. Connect you up with this. Right, and we are just going to put a little one here for now. I'm sure we'll extend it in the future. I've really got to stop shutting that window. Okay, so you go here, and then here, all the way over to Safingly, back to Western, back to Depot. Service, no loading, no loading, no unloading. Timetable wise. Now because of the journey times on these, I can't really use my usual divide by 1,000 thing. So I think I'm going to just have to make up a number that we want running on these routes. Otherwise we're never going to have enough. Right, and then this final one. Where's this one going to go? So that goes to Safingly. What happens if I keep going this way? Wardham. Problem is I'm just connecting with the railway again. Aha! Plardington. Let's go up this way. So here, if I come along like this and hop up and over like that, am I setting the speed limit to 30 for all these as well? That's rather stupid, considering. We have to go and undo those. Yeah, we'll just connect it up like that for now. And then somewhere right in the middle of town, can't get more middle of town than that. Plardington. Right, so this is no loading, you are service, you are no loading, no unloading. 350. Apart from this top one, which is 2500. So let's see, the top speed of these vehicles is 70 miles per hour, I believe. Yeah, so I think I should have all the speed limits as 70 miles per hour. and not 30. So that'd be incredibly stupid. So this does mean it's going to be doing 70 through the town as well. But I think in this case, because you can't really set waypoints for road vehicles unless you just have it go non-stop via a particular stop, which isn't necessarily a good thing. We're just going to do that. Right. Wenfingfield coaches and Wenfingfield buses. The only thing I haven't done is taxis. I'm probably not going to do them today. Why have I done it in trains? That's a stupid thing to do as well. You can tell I'm out of practice. Road vehicles. Wenfingfield coaches. Wenfingfield buses. Wenfingfield. Excuse me. Right, buses, coaches, trams. North East Wenfingfield. You are that one. And then route W2 Southeast Wenfingfield. Route W3 Southwest Wenfingfield. And route W4 Northwest Wenfingfield. Right. Blah, blah, blah. Not what I wanted to do. Route W5. Where do you go again? GWA. You are a coach route. You just go to Plyn Hill, which is probably going to be PLH. Route W6. I still need to set up a thing. Use your words, Mark. I need to set up a table somewhere with all my station abbreviations so I don't reuse them. W7. Because that'd be quite annoying if I reused them all. Safingly, so just SAF. And then route W8 Plardington. Right, finally, so your W1, W2, W3, W4, and then 5, 6, 7, and 8. How many do each of these need? You need, let's say, 10. 10. I'm just dividing by 1,000 and adding 1. 9. And 12. Okay, so it's 10, 10, 9, 12. I might just do 6 for all of these. So 10, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doing it the old slow way. I'm sure this is actually the fastest way of doing it still, but there you go. 6, and then just these ones. 7, 8, 9, 10, just these 3, and then 11, 12. Start all these ones up and start these 2 up and unpause the game, and that's it. That is the episode started and finished. So we've got all these new road vehicles now that are going to be doing laps of the city and surrounding areas. I'm going to have to extend this. I can already tell I'm going to have to extend this. At least this side I'm going to have to extend. Otherwise we're going to end up with a horrible queue. There we go. I should get a few more through at least. Right, that is it for this. Ow, just punched my desk. That was smart. That is it for this episode, guys. Busy one, I know. The next one I might do a head start. I don't even have time to talk about my conversation topics. I'm going to have to move that to probably next episode, which I might do as a time-lapse next episode, or at least I'll get a head start off camera so that when it comes to it we can just jump straight in. But that is it for this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series, drop some comments down below with ideas for future episodes. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you guys for your continued support, and until next time, I will see you soon.